All right, we're live again. It's gonna be a long one. Dear Mr. And just strap in, guys. I guess we're all getting fucked in the ass today. Dear Mr. Clary says, June of 2020, I'm a 30-year-old guy from Europe, we're going to say. I have never had a relationship because in my eyes, it was basically a luxury I could not afford. The reason for this is that from time to time, I was 6 until 18. I had no control over my bladder. Every time I would laugh, even if the bladder was empty, there was instant urine production. Nothing could be done about it except to wait until I grew out of it. So learning who I was through interaction with others and doing all sorts of things was simply out of the question as long as the problem remained. Out of fear and shame, I only knew my bedroom and the classroom. I didn't trust anyone. Started to hit the gym at 18 and met some people who most of which were older men, one of which is still upon this day a very good friend. He's 17 years older. I also started studying for a couple years, but to no avail. I can't focus and keep my nose in the books. I am too restless. No, you are lazy. There is no restless and I can't focus. Shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, fucking focus and fucking study. That's it. If you want to be told, oh, you got a disease or a mental disorder, and that's why no man has come in and beaten your fucking ass into the ground. Say, shut the fuck up, do what I fucking say, do it now, and fucking focus. And then you did it. Oh my God, I don't have the hid to his. I'm just a lazy, childlike fuck. At 22, I started work at a factory, but was also a waiter in a restaurant once a week as a doorman. At 25, I also worked temporary as a thing, but worked at a desk simply wasn't for me. Well, too fucking bad. That's why they pay you now. Oh, it wasn't for you. Oh, privileged little white suburbanite princess from Wyzetta. What would you like it to be? What job would you like the world to give your pampered little pussy European ass? Oh, God, you fucking just go fuck yourself. Today, it's like the day of go fuck yourselves, assholes. I'm not even the real asshole today. Oh my God, the world didn't work for me. So what do I do? During all this time, I also learned various trades at night school. Good. Somewhere around 23 to 24 years, I kind of figured out who I was and what I wanted to do with my life, namely to join the Foreign Legion and start fresh, or if this didn't pan out, to learn a trade. However, around that same time, I started to have back problems. It was osteoarthritis in my lower back. This was probably caused by two reasons. One is a hereditary trait from my mother's side. She has it as well, and it also started for her at that age, too. When I was 13, I got a huge growth spurt. I grew 20 centimeters in 2 months. I stopped at a height of 6'2". For the same reason, at 27, I also got arthritis in both shoulders and knees. As after this, I had somewhat of a breakdown. I also slept only 4 to 6 hours each day for 5 years, what undoubtedly added to it. I don't know. You could get by in 6 hours a day. I don't sleep much more than that. I had finally figured out who I was and what I wanted to do, but now I can't do any of it without dealing with pain or inflammation. So 27 to 29, stumble about looking for solutions, all the while living on an unemployment check. Of course. Because like, fuck the taxpayers, right? Fuck those guys. Guy might want to support his family or feed his kid. You got to fuck those guys over, right? Also, because of the various jobs and a small inheritance, I was able to buy a small house at 28, at 25. On the bright side, I learned a lot, especially how to be economical. Yeah, with the government money, with taxpayers' money, I could be really fucking economical. At 29, my body finally stabilized a bit, and I found a job I could handle. Oh, was it eating ice cream? But 6 months later, I got heavy chest pains that lasted from 15 minutes up to 5 hours. Professionals are of no use. After a thought hit me, I visited a chiropractor who confirmed my suspicion. Now my upper back was screwing with me as well. One of the vertebrae had shifted. It was pushing against the nerves, creating continuous muscle cramps. After a visit to the hospital for an MRI, paid by the taxpayers, I hope, the doctor said that I didn't have additional arthritis, but simply an upper back where the vertebrae will pop out now and again. Guys, honest to God, this is my day. You wonder why I'm so angry all the fucking time. I can keep everything in check by monthly checkups at I hope, at the taxpayer expense. We won't want you to pay for your own health care at the chiropractor because Europe's awesome. However, because of the arthritis in lower back, knees, and shoulders, almost every spot is impossible without pain or inflammations, including swimming, because I bit my teeth, but I ended up partially paralyzed for a week. The only thing I found that I was able to do was Krav Maga, and some light body weight training, but the arthritis will only get worse. I'm nearly finished with my associate's degree in machine construction. Only one course left. I'm thinking of continuing for a bachelor's degree, but studying remains very difficult. Yeah. Difficult things are difficult. If only there was like a country where pussies who didn't have to try hard, despite whatever arthritis they might have, that they would pay for everything, and then you wouldn't have to try or be a man. Oh, it's called Europe. La 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 la. United States, protect us from communism, but we'll vote for socialism anyway because we're European pussies. La 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 la. Yeah, studying's difficult. If it's difficult, don't do it, man. Maybe you should. I wonder how people who do only easy things end up being, like chicks that listen to Marty B or Cardi B. Wonder how their lives are, because they studied cosmetology at the strip mall school of fuck offedness. I'm sure they're doing all great. I'm sure I'm sure they're all making their lives count. I'm sure of the 7 billion people on the planet, 6 billion have their act together and all just not squandering this finite life you have here on this sphere. Like you're just kicking a lot of ass. Oh my God, I got arthritis. I couldn't possibly study your program because it's hard. I have tried various methods for a period of time to be sure whether the worked or not, but my memory and focus remain shit. This and the bladder problem can be somewhat traced back to a nasty fall from a flight of stairs when I was 6. The long-term plan is to get a bachelor's degree, move to one of the Scandinavian countries, possibly Norway. Right, because there's not enough socialism in the country you live in. Go live off of their oil and hard work. Some extra notes for a creative frame. When I was in psychiatric center at 27, a test indicated I have an IQ of 115. So you truly are lazy. Like, you have the intelligence to do something, you just don't want to do it. I understand. Europeans are pussies. I get it. Like, there's Jack Napier, Adam Piggott. Those are the only guys that have a set of balls on them in Europe. The rest of you are just a bunch of parasitic fucks that want everything else to be paid for by everybody else. I get it. You're lazy. Wonderful. This is the great life you got. Between 18 and 22, I went out a lot, but I did almost everything alone. But I did meet some people on the way. I didn't have a car, but I went by bicycle or train. I even went through a snowstorm by bike for about 120 kilometers. That's what I was so tired I fell asleep while riding. What are you doing in a snowstorm on a bike for that long? Well, what about your arthritis? You biked, what is that? That's about 80 miles, isn't it? You biked 80 miles round trip, which is doable in a snowstorm. What happened to all your crippling disabilities that you get money from the government taxpayer for? The friends that I did have in the past 15 years were often somewhere between 10 and 20 years older than me, and often I got caught up in some of their messes, but I didn't have an emotional stake in it, so I saw everything logically. All too soon, a relationship looked like a nightmare, although I also have seen several good ones. My parents, 30 years amongst others, more or less. I have also been an escort driver on the side for about a year. Let me tell you, you get to see a lot of tits and pussy. It becomes old fast, and of course, cheaters, both men and women. I learned a lot of the female tricks in overdrive. Sex in general doesn't mean much because of instinct. From time to time, I do need it, if only to quiet my body down. For this, I see a pro 50 euros. That's the smartest thing you've said. That's the smartest thing you've done so far as I can tell. I do everything with the motorcycle or bicycle, shopping, traveling, going out just for fun. I am somewhat of a drifter. I can't stay in one place for too long before I get the urge to move on. I know, because you're getting bored, right? And life should just be a constant party for you, pampered and financed by the taxpayer, right? Heaven forbid you be bored or have to suffer or endure or galvanize yourself into a charactered man. I started the carnivore diet for a month now. Learned a bit of guitar. Oh, it's a shock. Is it acoustic? I have to put it on hold. I have no debts, and I have been... Yeah, you have no debts because the government's paying for everything. They've been put on 40 grand on the side. 40 grand, you would give that back to the taxpayer? But my house is far from finished. Oh, you have a house. Okay, I do live in it up to now for about 7 years. I am still in doubt about having kids. No. You're not having kids. You are not having kids or relationship. You are a parasite. You are not a man. You are not a self-sustaining man. You are in no condition to foist your pathetic self on a woman. No. And you are definitely not bringing kids into this world. No. And when you get off the government check and you actually get a job and you grow the fuck up and become a man, then maybe you could start dating. Then. But right now, no. You don't breed. We got enough of your kind out there. We don't need more parasites out there. Because of a conflict between my natural instincts and my logic. With regards to kids, it has mostly to do with the hereditary afflictions, osteoarthritis, minor form of autism, scoliosis. The problem is most people don't realize is that it doesn't remain the same when you pass an affliction on. And there could be those that are dormant but can become active in the next generation. Also, they can be same, less severe, or what. You're not having kids because you can't support yourself, period. Forget your diseases. Okay, that's another whole reason not to pass that on to kids. You're not having kids because you can't support yourself. Done. I don't like to receive anything without doing the same kind of work in return. Really? Really? When do you give back that money to the taxpayer? I know it's a wide question, but I'd like to know am I going more or less the right direction? Am I overlooking something that I still need or that I have to realize? What would a proper course correction be? I say, well, what have you done for your diet? Have you considered going drastic, blah, blah, blah? And then he writes a whole other 3-page. I'm not reading through. Well, okay, I guess I am. Carnivore diet. Came into contact with it through the Joe Rogan podcast when Dr. Shaw brought up. I found you similar way, red pill, MGTOW. I recently purchased batch of Paddock and Oxford Reconnaissance managed to arrive any day. I like to have a video. Added $10 because of the revised to the text to make it more readable. Oh, so you rewrote the whole damn thing for me to reread again. No, I'm not rereading this. No. Okay, so you've summarized your questions there. I will read through this. Be as brutally honest as you can, for that is why I am here. For the associate's degree, I had to do an internship where I followed and helped the service technicians of a factory for about 3 years. One of the oldest guys with 20 years of experience in this factory told me I was already too old to become a proper independent technician, but would be a good helper. Do you think he is right, or is this old man bullshit? It's old man bullshit because you have an IQ of 115 and you can do that. You can do pretty much whatever you want. It is your laziness and you just everything. Hey, stop hiding behind your fucking arthritis. Knock it the fuck off. You could bike 80 miles. Go fuck yourself. All right. You're a lazy fuck. You're barely getting an associate. How old are you? 28? You're 32. Fuck off. Just fuck off. Don't even ask me if your question. I'm a fat chick and I can't find no man. Well, lose weight. I'm a lazy fuck and my life sucks. What do you think I should do? Stop being a lazy fuck? But I want the secret so that men find fat women attractive and I could be a lazy fuck and collect government money and then I'll have point. No, stop being a lazy fuck. Good night, everybody. There you go. Should I forego the machine construction bachelor because of my inability to study for the pure theoretical courses? Rather wait until I find an institution to teach me that. No. No. Dude, don't even bother going to school. Until you decide today or tomorrow, whenever you're done being a lazy fuck, don't even try anymore. Okay? That seat can go to some kid who actually has a work ethic and is not a lazy fuck. Right? So if you're going to be a lazy fuck, why would you even waste I'm being very Machiavellian, very economic here. It's going to take you 2 more years of time to get yourself a bachelor's degree. Lord knows how much money. Oh, none. The taxpayer is paying for it. But at least it's 2 years of your life. Are you going to get a work ethic anytime? If you're not, fuck it. Why would you get education? Go make believe you got a disability and keep collecting a government check. Just get the fuck out of society's way. And then lollygag about, wander in the desert. Oh, it's hard. Oh, go. Your questions are moot until you decide I'm going to stop being a lazy fuck. And if you don't want it, because laziness is so powerful and you're such a fucking pussy coward. Oh, I'd have to work. Oh, I don't want to work. Oh. I don't want to diet or exercise. I want to be a fat, bloated American woman. And people love me because I'm fat because the people said so on the TV. Oh, if you want to be fine, go. Just save yourself the 2 hours of time. Save your teacher the pain assery of grading your worthless fucking papers that won't lead to a degree or career anyway. Just go play video games, jerk off to fucking porn, collect your fucking government check, and get the fuck out of society. Stand aside. Let some guy or gal who actually is going to go and become a machinist of some kind, let them go and have their career. But Space Ghost, if you decide you don't want to piss away the remaining 40, if you're 50, you're 40% dead. If you don't want to piss away the remaining 2/3 of your life, it's more like 60%, 55%, become a fucking man. Get a fucking education. Fucking sit the fuck down and study. Get a real fucking job and knock it off with this. I don't care if your dad's around or not. It's moot. You're 32 fucking years old. It's moot. Do you want to have a life or not? You don't. Go into not even hedonism, but debauchery. Porn, heroin, video games, booze, cigarettes. Oh, that's not terribly exciting. I don't know why you get into cigarettes, but I'd go do it. I don't care. But if you want to have a life and salvage what is left of your pathetic fucking existence and make it count, now you need to decide, get a fucking work ethic, go fucking work, and go make something of yourself. So all these questions that you have afterward are completely irrelevant unless you decide to get yourself a work ethic. Am I overlooking something? Yes, your complete lack of work ethic. That needs to still work on that I haven't realized. Yes, your complete lack of work ethic will be a proper course of correction where needed. Get a fucking work ethic. I should come to terms with the possibility that I'm really fucked. Only if you choose to be. There you go. That's it. I'm just, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Fuck, man. Bongish Ishan Sengupta for 100 Indian rupees. Hey, Aaron, I'm from India. Been watching your videos since I was pursuing an undergraduate in economics back in 2014. Now I'm an insurance consultant. Well, good. I hope the degree is a worthless degree. That's what I studied originally. Then I switched to finance, but basically the same degree. But completely. But I'm happy that you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. But thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear. Oh, and then Bongish for another 100 rupees. I'm now pursuing a PhD in management. Oh, no. Why a PhD? Oh, God, Jesus. In India? Where are you pursuing it? Just because I want a doctor in front of my name. Just because I feel like, and I enjoy writing research papers. If you're happy, man, if you can afford it. Scott Lukey, $2. The Simple. Thanks, Scott. I don't know what it means. All right, that's it. Questions, answers. AstroConsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Doodles.